happening more often lately. So I restarted the stream. Go live chat. All right. I'm going to continue with what I was doing. If you want to do that, you can do that over there.
Oh, okay. Good. Welcome back, people that have come.
You want to do yoga with me, or do you want to play with that thing?
Oh, you kind of want to play this thing, but what kind of yoga we doing? Oh, I guess we're just doing straight up yoga.
Yeah. Well, Daddy's got flexibility issues with his knees, so this is actually really hard for him to get my ankles to touch my butt.
So, okay. I can do that.
You can do it, no problem. So I sit into it like this, and then my feet flat. So you're my weight.
Sorry.
And then cat cow.
Can you do this? Spider it. Spider it. Hey Dad, this is a really good one. What do you think about this yoga move?
Oh, that's an interesting one, but I've got a routine I like to follow.
Okay.
The rest of it, I couldn't touch my ankles to my butt. So I'm going to put all the weight on one foot and try to keep my feet as flat as possible. Can you get your foot flat?
I got my foot flat.
Let's put your leg behind you. Stretch your hips out. Try to get all the way to the ground if you can. You have to have your leg out to the side. What you doing over there?
Oh, flipping the button.
Not boring you.
No, not really. Ooh, I have an idea for what we can do today.
What?
The button. Back. Button. And I think I know what I can do with it. Besides spin it everywhere. I've got a fun little Muy Thai game.
Alright, see if we got anyone back in the chat. You. I was gonna leave for 2 seconds and come back and everyone else is gone. I had to restart the stream. I was having technical difficulties. Tell the hands rated E for everyone. Alright, what's up, Bob?
Wasn't this on my hands? And now I've got dust. My button's going.
Hey, do you know where Mom's ankle weights are?
No, sorry.
Because I could actually use them right now.
No, sorry, I don't have a look.
Who's around here? I got work shit in the way. Got this little slip bag I keep. It's right about head height. I had to clean my garage out. Every time I'd come out, I would just practice slapping it. This is what it's for, though. For doing slip drills.
But I guess we don't need it anymore.
What are you doing, sweetheart?
Just waiting on
So, are you gonna put those ramps? What are we doing?
Sorry.
If you're bored, you can go play video games. You can go color.
Okay, is that okay with you?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
It's monitoring. We can break the pads out. I can do. Yeah, we can. You tell me what you want to do.
I was like thinking of a game like.
You kick. You kick. You kick. Higher. You gonna turn your foot or nothing? There you go. You get a jab and a kick. Bam. 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 You want to throw the gloves on?
Alright.
It's up to you.
Well, I was thinking of something that we could do.
I'm doing this.
They're doing what?
I'm training.
Yeah, it's for training.
You gonna do footwork today?
I was sure.
Yes or no?
Well, did I just?
Yes or no?
I don't know.
You're just.
What do you want to do?
I'm doing what I want to do.
Just go in.
Is creatine safe to use?
I'll just go in. I'm bothering you.
You're not bothering me. Dolly, come here. You're being whiny. Did you not eat? What's going on? What is this?
I don't want to do this in front of them.
Do you want to train or not? Like, I don't understand what the problem is.
I should go in.
What is it you want to do? What did you want to do before you got all whiny? What were you trying to? What would you like to do?
I was like trying to like get us to like
Okay. Hey, Della, come here. Compose yourself and then come back and we'll talk, okay? I love you.
How long will you be on for now?
I don't know. I'm training. You're totally welcome to join me. I don't know what that was. I don't know what you were trying to get me to do. It looked like you were tossing quarters into my foam roller. Which that sounds like a fun game, but that's not.
No, it's like heads or tails. You choose one, and then the person it lands on gets to choose.
You just take turns.
Okay.
Alright. I don't know what that was all about. Creatine's totally poisonous. It's responsible for millions of deaths nationwide every single year. Don't ever eat red meat again. Yeah, if you're being serious, creatine is like probably the most researched supplement on the planet, and it's completely safe to use. Now the question is, do any of you know what creatine does when you take it? That's a poll. I'd like to hear what information you guys have on it. I'm wondering what people think it will do for them. Were you in the military? Yes. J Slice. Well, you've heard it before, Ian. You don't count. Okay, well, this here a little more advanced question for you, Ian. Do you know what ATP is? Well, one of the side effects of creatine is it can, for a lot of people, store water. It is a, what do they call it? Hydrophilic. You've never taken any supplements before. Stephen, creatine is produced by the human body, and you can eat it. You can get it in red meat. Did you like the military? That's a loaded question. So here's the thing: when I think back about my years in the Marine Corps, I think back very fondly to all the shenanigans and all the good times we had, and all the countries we went to, and all the operations we partook in. And it's like, yeah, hell yeah. And I keep up with my buddies. Most of the guys that I served with, Romeo Battery, I would say a large percentage of them are subscribed to my channel. I keep in touch with them. They come out to Vegas regularly. We still get together. But then I think about all the bullshit. Like, here's an example. Company commander says we're mobilizing at 0600 to go to 29 Palms. So he turns it over to first sergeant, and first sergeant tells everybody that we're going to mobilize for 29 Palms. So he says, I want everyone out here at 0500. No one's going to be late. And then he turns it over to gunnery sergeant, and gunny says, first sergeant says we're mobilizing at 0500, so you motherfuckers are going to get out here at 0400 because no one's going to be late. And then he turns it over to staff sergeant, and staff sergeant says, gunny says we need to be out here at 0400, so you're going to get out here at 0300. And by the time it gets down to your squad as a young PFC or Lance Corporal, you're now at the armory at 2 in the morning, and you're going to sit there, and then at 6 o'clock when everybody's supposed to roll out, you're going to sit there another hour because something's missing or somebody doesn't have some shit. So it's hurry up and wait. We all know this. We all live it, and it prepares you for disappointment. Now, then what happens when you get out of the field? You're dirty, you haven't had a shower because you're artillery and you go out for months at a time as opposed to weekends on like the grunts go out every week. Artillery is hugely expensive to mobilize a battery of cannons, so you're not going to go to 29 Palms for 3 days, you're going to go for 3 months. You get back, you haven't had a shower in weeks, you stink, and you just want to turn your freaking weapon into the armory. So you got to clean it, and it's usually like in the middle of the day when the sun's beating down on you. And then, of course, the armor is just going to be a dickbag today, and he's going to check your weapon with a Q-tip because he's the merciless god of his little eminent domain, and he was picked out in high school, and now he gets to exact his revenge on you for some reason. And he finds one little smudge mark, and he tells you, hands it back to you, and you sit out there and scrubbing this shit with CLP and a toothbrush. Or if you're smart like me, you take it into the room and shower with Simple Green. I don't know how my skin now, I don't have some sort of weird cancer because of all the chemicals I used to shower with. And we used to do that worked great until some dickhead decided to off himself in the barracks room because he smuggled ammo. So they wouldn't let us do that anymore. Couldn't take the weapons to the barracks. That was actually a really sad day, but there was lasting consequences. So you think about all that bullshit. Or one time a pair of NVGs went missing, night vision goggles. So they put the entire battalion on lockdown, and they were tossing rooms. They were literally like dumping wall lockers over and going through everybody's like checking. It was just unbelievable. Nobody could leave base, and we were locked down for the whole weekend until these NVGs came up. Shit like that. You think about that bullshit, and you're like, fuck that. But then you think of all the fun stuff, and it's kind of like the military sucks ass and is awesome at the same time. I don't know how to describe it. It's both the best time you'll ever have in your life and the worst time you'll ever have in your life. We have a saying, it's called embrace the suck. And if you can learn to apply that principle in any area of your life, you're going to be successful, even if you're not. No name, thank you. Purple or blue? Not sure in regards to what. I'm talking about going to like GNC. Never done that. Oh yeah, a couple times I went into GNC, and there's a vitamin shop here that I use every once in a while. Most of that shit is snake oil, and it's designed to part you from your hard-earned money, and it will do nothing for you that good food will do. I have this giant mutt, and he likes to stick his head through the cat door and stare at me while I'm working out. And it's creepy. When he was a puppy, he used to fit in the cat door, and he would run in and out of the garage. And every day he'd get a little bigger. And I was like, one of these days he's going to get stuck in that thing. And it's happened. But as a result of that, now when nobody's home in the house, he just sticks his head through the cat door and stares at you. It's just weird to have this animal just staring at you, this head sticking out of the door. Do you do online coaching? Yes and no. Like I'm as far as like trying to make money off of coaching, I don't do that. But like if you hit me up on Instagram and you want to talk about training, or like I can help get you dialed in. I always offer, if people go to Instagram and hit me up, sometimes I don't get right back to you because I don't get online every day. But usually, like, we'll get something going, and I'll try to help people out. But it's nothing I charge for. I don't know. I'm a USPA certified strength coach. I wonder if I could make money off of it. Commercial real estate. There you go. That's a name. Bro Johnny Evans Timu. Johnny Evans Timu. Let's see what kind of sub 90 IQ insult this is. Johnny Jhonni Evans. Okay, you just compared me to a 135-pound soccer player. Oh, you got me. How long did it take you to think of that? You actually took your time to type that into the comment section, Isaiah. Isaiah, are you over the age of 15? I suspect I'm dealing with a minor, because you probably thought that was like a funny comment. There's either two things. You're either a minor, and in that case I need to get you off my stream, or you're retarded. What kind of PEDs would you recommend for beginners? I wouldn't recommend any. Purple or blue crayons? Oh, purple, hands down. Would you recommend someone in their early 20s to join the Marines? Absolutely. Military needs good people, and now's the time to do it. Show your physique. Ta-da. What do you think the most important upper body muscle? Probably I don't know. your lips. Upper body muscle. Most important? I mean, they're all kind of important. Get the Andy Serkis comparison, but Johnny Evans. Yeah, that's why I said he's either a minor and he thought that was clever, or he's retarded. So just so anybody knows who I'm talking about, it's Isaiah, Isaias. Let's see how long you've been a member for. Go to channel. I'm going to call you Ike. More about this channel. Let's see, he joined January 5th, 2025, so he's either just old enough to be on YouTube, or he's an alt account. Dude, if you're going to like spend your time on an alt account, you should at least be a good troll. Come on now. Do a lat spread. That's going to cost money. All right, so where was I before my daughter bailed on me? Wait, hold on. Let me check to see if she's coming back. Hey, sweetheart, you gonna play with me or what? All right. No, it's okay. It's all right. All right. So now one of the conditions I have is I got this really long scar across my back. I had a broken back, my L5, and I lost the use of this leg. So I'm doing combat sports, and I'm doing exercises that strengthen that. So where it's weak is lifting right in here. It's really hard for me to hold this. Like this side, I can hold this side all day long, right? It's like, this is like nothing. But this side, it's really weak. So one of the movements that my trainer has me doing And I was doing these before my stream cut out. You basically, you're gonna try to touch your knee, and then you rotate, and then from there you lift, and then you rotate, and then you squat, which stretches this out right here. You go real deep, and then pop up again, and then rotate back. It also helps work on balance. The thing is, I'm gonna have to move this mat because my foot keeps getting hung up on it. So I did a bunch of those. Now we did our stretching. I've already done all my stretching. That's pretty good there. So I'm going to do some kicking drills. I'm focusing mostly on my difficulty with rotation. Rest a little bit, and we'll do the other side. All right. Whew. Oh, we got a. Let's see here. We got a. I got a poser channel. Sweet. Oh. What the hell? How are you linking to my channel? I got a troll account that's linking to my channel. How is that possible? Let me see here. Let me go to chat moderation. Is that Della? Is that you? Are you logged on a tablet in the house, sweetheart? I think it's my daughter. Yeah. Phew, that scared me. Yeah, it's one of my kids.
It's me. Deal with it.
What the hell, man? Why is this thing stuck on? There we go. Yeah, I know. It's that scared me for a second. Bro couldn't argue with facts and logic. I blocked Jarl. I don't want to see his bullshit. You two. Good Lord. You know, we put up with your bullshit. You take over my streams and you talk about yourself over the conversation, and I just let you. All I ask for in return is that you guys play nice. I mean, you come on my stream and you make it all about you almost every single time we're online, and it's cool. I don't have a problem with it. But think about that. You know what I mean? So you using me as much as I'm using you. Dr. Pepper. Oh, you changed your name. How you doing, buddy? Hey, sorry I missed training tonight. I got home really late. I heard you and Mom are going to some auto show tomorrow. Where are you guys going? No, it wasn't. Not you, any absent, Jarl. He said he blocked you. Dude, my kicks are super heavy tonight. I don't know. I'm having a problem. I'm wondering if I'm overtraining. I feel really sluggish. My legs are just not moving at all. So this is a lead. If you do a calf kick with the lead, you want to step into it. Because your lead foot. So you step into it and then I'll do a switch. I'm out of breath. My cardio sucks. I can't wait for this powerlifting to be over. You can't post anymore? Why is that? What's wrong? Are you self-trained? No, I train at One Kicks here in Vegas. It's a Muay Thai gym. It's a USMTA UFC affiliate gym. Then I'm trying to iron out some technique issues, so I'm messing around with some stuff that I'm not proficient at. So I know every time I practice on the heavy bag, I get like everybody turns into a UFC fight commentator. It's like you got a 50-year-old cripple working out in his garage, and everyone's like, "Oh, you need to do this," and it's like, "I got you, thank you." Well, I'm an expert. I used to fight in the Kumite. Did you? Son, why can't you post anymore? Hey, Dr. Pepper is my son, by the way, Aiden. Yeah, I am gassed, man. I've been doing powerlifting training. My cardio is terrible. But I can lift a lot. Cal, spreading the love to you, sir. Hope you're doing okay. Yeah, I'd be doing okay if it wasn't for dicks like Caleb. Guy probably can't. He probably couldn't do my highest warm-up set for a single, and he's gonna make fun of me because I'm gassed. Said your legs feel heavy. Yeah. So here's the problem, Mason. I'm getting ready to compete powerlifting in 2 weeks. So I haven't really been going hard. I haven't been doing cardio. I've been just focused on heavy lifting, and I mostly do this stuff. It's like until my powerlifting's done, this is just kind of accessory work. Once I'm done competing, I'm going to drop a few pounds, and I'll start like really, really digging into that training. I'll get my lungs back so I can go a few rounds. But right now, yeah, my cardio is awful. And I'm heavy. I'm tight. Google notified me saying I can't use my main channel. Is no longer usable. But did it tell you why? Is it because maybe it's an age thing? I don't know. Can you talk about onset muscle soreness? Well, I'm thinking you're talking about DOMS. Delayed onset muscle soreness is a good sign. But it's a very real thing, and it can be crippling for people that don't know how to mitigate it. Now, essentially, the pain you're feeling is, I think that the medical term is lactic acidosis. Essentially, you have acid in your cells, and if you're suffering from delayed onset muscle soreness, it can be crippling for certain people. Now, there's a couple things that can contribute to that. One of them is vitamin deficiencies, particularly magnesium and potassium. If you look at the potassium sodium electrical circuit, the sodium ion is too large to by way of osmosis enter the cell membrane. So potassium's on the inside of the cells and sodium's on the outside. And it creates an electrical circuit, essentially. That's why people that have too much sodium, it plugs the cell membranes up and retains water. That's what causes water retention. So you want to make sure that you have proper magnesium, potassium. Most people in Western diets have plenty of sodium. You don't have to worry about that. Now, the other thing is the best way to get rid of delayed onset muscle soreness is to mimic the motor pattern. For example, if I did heavy squats, and let's say I did like 90% of my max for a set to failure, which I just did a couple days ago, and the next day my legs are screaming at me. Holy shit, I can barely walk. Get yourself a kettlebell, 50 pounds or whatever, and do some ass to grass squats. Like mimic the motor pattern, and what'll happen is your muscles are like a pump. You'll push all that shit out, and you'll get new nutrients, blood flow, everything. It just get all that new stuff in. And what can also help is anti-inflammatories. One thing you want to stay away from, believe it or not, is ice baths. Now, ice will definitely relieve the pain, for sure. Ice is one of the best pain relievers you can use. But it's not the greatest for DOMs, because it can actually contribute to inflammation after the ice bath, and it'll also increase scar tissue. So what I suggest to people is doing the opposite, doing like a hot shower, getting in a hot tub, going to a sauna, and then doing light workouts, just really light, like an off day kind of workout. Just work the body out really lightly, and then from there try to get some rest. Stretching also helps too. Master, let's see what this jackass says. Oh, Master's just a bot. I'm just gonna remove him. I'd use it on channel. See ya, robot. I do not have. Ooh, I don't want to say anything inflammatory. Yeah, we'll keep that one to ourselves. Never mind. How long does it take to get better? I have for about 4 days. Well, Ricky, seriously, do a little bit of whatever exercise you did to get that way. Do a light workout. Force yourself to do 2 or 3 sets of 5 to 10, just really, really light. And then see if you don't feel better in a few hours. And it's okay at that point to take mild anti-inflammatories like a little bit of Motrin. I know they say Motrin kills your gains, but you're talking about 4 days afterwards, so your body has already done whatever damage it's going to do, and it's going to repair itself from that, so you really don't have anything to worry about at that point. Oh, and 4 days later, you can also, you could probably also take, if you can handle it, an ice bath. P. Vacro, you're cheesy. Oh, yeah, absolutely. These guys, dude, check my channel out, dude. I'm as cheesy as it gets. Are any of you guys into Warhammer? Are you still going to stream during your deload? Absolutely. Yeah. My buddy, one of my former teammate, fellow Marine, a natural lifter, Tori Rich is going to come back into town. He used to be on our powerlifting team, and he's a natural lifter, and he has above 1,500 pound total. He'll be competing with me. We're going to do a little bit of training together, probably a live stream. He's a badass. He's also a UFC fighter. He was a Muy Thai coach at Syndicate here in Las Vegas. Guy's definitely he's one of those all natural badass. Just you look at the guy and you're like, there's no way this guy's natural, but he is. He's one of those dudes. He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he doesn't party, as far as I know. Kind of a goody actually. But for all I know, maybe he's a party animal, but I've never seen him do anything like that. But really cool dude. I can't wait for him to get out here. Trump is going to visit Fort Knox soon. I can't wait for that. That's going to be interesting. How deep can you go? As deep as I need to, Chris. Who's a UFC fighter? Former UFC fighter. Tori Rich. Toryrich. He used to train. He was a trainer at Syndicate here in Las Vegas. Syndicate is a UFC affiliate gym. I think the last time he fought was in 2017. But he'll be out here. Yeah, Tori Rich, a good friend of mine. All right. Let me correct that. I don't know if he was with the UFC or the MMA. So MMA fighter, UFC specific. But yeah, he should have a record. And the other guy that I train with, his name is what the fuck? I can't remember his name now. God damn. Has it been that I'm getting old? I can't remember my teammates' names. Where did my fucking glove go? that's where I struggle, is with that hip injury. It throws me off balance. I'm getting better though. I always start light and try to get into a rhythm. I just go back and forth, and then once I get a good rhythm going, then I start getting a little speed, a little power into it. Just pain right down the... God, it hurts. Yeah, I said UFC, but I meant MMA. I know, because we watched it. We went to go see it. We went to the D Resort, held an amateur, what do they call the pyramid, where everybody fights, and then at the end there's 2 brackets, and then like one winner from each side. And he lost his first fight. The guy, he got screwed though. So Tori's a wrestler, like a big farm-fed American wrestler, and with, he took obviously Muay Thai. But this kid, he went to swing at him, and the kid put him in a headlock, a standing guillotine, and he was bent over. But Tori was like working his way out of it. He was moving, he was fighting him, and the ref called the fight. And when he stood up, he was like, we were all like, what the fuck just happened? So no, I've been warming up for the last hour. Where have you been? Tori should have something in there. A la carte 01 Pros 2017. But he's in the database, right? Yeah, he lost that fight. He got robbed though. He got so robbed. Like they should have absolutely let that fight continue. They even I remember it was a big deal. They were complaining about it after. Like I don't know what the ref was thinking when they called the fight. It was, you should have seen the look on his face. Tori was just standing there staring at him, like he looked like he wanted to cry. I felt so bad for him. Like it was this big night. He was training. We were gonna go see Tori fight, and we're there with the whole family. His wife's there, his mom and dad's there, and 20 seconds into it, the ref calls it, and we're like, "What the fuck? What he didn't even let him improve his position." I never seen a robbery that Shad Lyerly. Shad Lyerly is a coworker of mine, and I want to say in the mid 2000s, and he was an actual UFC fighter. Like he fought against Hideki, and he's good too. But he actually he fell off a cell phone tower, 128 feet in the air, and he broke every single bone in his body. So that kind of ended his career. But he actually, you wouldn't be able to tell he even got injured, because they put him on like all sorts of stuff like human growth hormone and stem cells, and he spent like 2 or 3 years like learning how to, like, in physical therapy, and now he's in really good shape. You would think, like, I asked him, I was like, did you ever think you're gonna fight again? And he said he probably could, but there would be no point in doing it. Like, plus he's like now a regional manager in construction, so he probably makes way more money than he would as a fighter. Shad Lyerly. Love boxing and Modi. You found Tori in there, didn't you, Alucard? I mean, he has to be in there. We went to a fight. I watched him. You know how I know you suck? Stop the censorship because you leave disparaging comments on other people's pages and have no content. Oh, I don't think, let's see, 4-year wrestling, 1-year boxing, 5-year jiu-jitsu. I must have missed a... No experience. Oh, he's telling me I'm slow. Dude, I'm only going. I'm like barely going. I'm barely going. I'm barely hitting the bag. Like, I'm warming up. Will you fuckers let me do my warm-up routine? Like, you guys want to see a 50-year-old man immediately going 100% on a fucking heavy bag in his garage for what? What is that going to do for anybody? Like, let me do my routine, assholes. Let me get warmed up. Let me get limber. Like, I'm old. It's hard for me to do this shit. Like, most guys my age can't even touch their toes. Give me a fucking break, man. Right now, I'm going light. Body moving correctly. You know, like the weight transfer. Bam, bam. This is the one I'm actually having problems with. It's the lead foot kick. It's difficult for me. It's something I only started working on since I started training Muy Thai, which was 6 weeks ago. Before that, I was training straight orthodox boxing for the last year. So this is all kind of new for me, too. So the drill they had us doing was basically like a pendulum drill. You go about 50%. You just practice going back and forth, finding a rhythm. Work the bag. Just go back and forth. Try to get creative with it. Rhythm, you can get a little harder. Then you build into it. And my cardio does suck. And it's going to be that way until I finish this competition. When after I'm done competing on the 15th, I'll probably drop like 10 pounds and just really focus on getting lighter on my feet, which means I'm not going to be squatting 550, 600 for sets anymore. It'll probably be like 315 for sets of 20. You know what I mean? I kind of want to. I want to see if I can get good. I want to see if I really dedicate myself for like 3 months, 4 months solid to just Muay Thai and then do maintenance lifting, which is just go heavy enough so I don't lose size. I want to see if I can get good enough to like go with 3 solid rounds with the younger kids. Because we do sparring right now, and I can keep up with most of them. But it's the real experienced guys, the guys that are actual fighters. I mean, yeah. My nose is plugged up. That's another thing is I have really severe allergies, so I get stuffed up really bad. It's the thing, you know how it is on YouTube. No matter what you do, like everybody's a critic, everyone's an expert. It's like whatever, you know what I mean? People that follow me, that hang out, we all have a good time. You got a thick skin. If you're gonna put yourself out there, you know. The only thing is like, I guess if I'm being serious from like I've always been curious. So let's say I did like what was it, yesterday or the day before, I did squats. I did 555 for a set of three sets, right? And then someone gets on there and they said like one or two of the reps wasn't deep enough or whatever. And you know, by the time I got to my third set, I was getting a little tired, so I probably was short on a couple of them. But like, I had to think like, would a strong, assertive, competent man leave a comment like that? No. Like real athletes don't leave disparaging comments. Usually like real fighters will be like, keep going, bro, you're getting better. Or real lifters are like, nice, we love your progress. It's always like the little weak shits that can't do anything that leave shitty comments, right? But since you know this already, aren't you kind of telling on yourself when you say stuff like that? Like, I wonder if these people have self-awareness. Does that make sense? I don't know. It's just one thing I've always been curious about. Like, where would you have to be in your life to get enjoyment from like sitting on a toilet, flipping through YouTube channels and just leaving shitty comments on everybody's pages? Yeah, I don't get it personally, but I don't mind. It's all good. I'm trying to learn boxing. Any tips? Yeah, boxing does not work with Muay Thai at all. So that's the first thing I learned. So my boxing stance, like, here's my Muay Thai stance. Like I'm up like, so you can block out. You know, my hands up here. You know, punches are punches. But this is like, so you can kick, right? Bam. Boxing, I'm more like this. So I can, bam, boom. The problem with being with this weight distribution is that any Muay Thai fighter is just going to take your legs out, whap. And then he's going to put you in a clinch. You can't slip because you're going to get kneed in the face. So right off the bat, everything from boxing fucking sucks. And I'm awful at Muay Thai. And I have all those years of training ingrained into me. So now I have to undo all that shit. But Muay Thai fighters can go right into boxing. They can just go right over to it. They're good at it. So I would say Muay Thai over boxing, because you can do both. Boxing you can't go. Or you can, but it takes a lot of work to recreate muscle memory and good habits, if that makes sense. I'll tell you what though, a left hook is a left hook, and if you can get close to somebody and you let me put one in your liver, now if you're gonna learn boxing, like you can buy a heavy bag. There's really good tutorials online. I'm a huge fan of what's his name? Watch later. What is his name? Oh yeah, Tony Jeffries. He's got some really good tutorials that any beginner can follow. and it's going to teach you how to throw a jab and a cross and real basic footwork stuff. So you can go buy a heavy bag, you can learn all that. But if you really, really want to get good, go find a boxing gym. You got to get a trainer. And I just started doing Muay Thai about 6 weeks ago. So, I don't know. Coach says I hit really hard. Do a tornado roundhouse kick. Sure thing. I'm just a Skinner and I'm in calisthenics. I'm in the Philippines. How do I get that? Well, Philippines has a huge boxing culture. Like, I would imagine that would be really easy for you guys at least to find. You guys, I mean, like Manny Pacquiao, I mean, like, I thought boxing was huge over in the Philippines. I thought that was one of your country sports. Am I wrong on that? Because you think the Philippines would be a really good place to get into boxing. Yeah, no, most people don't know I'm 50. I know. I get held to some really severe standards. I look good, but I'm a broke down, busted up piece of shit. Everything creaks. It hurts in the morning when I get out of bed. I'm like, why do Muay Thai when you can teep and jab like Sean Strickland? I don't know. I just think it's fun. My kids are training. My daughter's really good at it. I like to train with my kids. It's something we can all do as a family. I just love it. I loved watching like Sanchai and like the actual the Thai fighters. I loved watching those guys. And then here in America, it's the K1 dudes, and they fight a little differently because in the Philippines, it's real showy. That's why you see the really long kicks where they'll snap their hands. You see, like, they'll kick like, you'll see them throw their arms. Like, they'll kick super hard. They'll be like, well, throwing your hand like that here in America is going to get you immediately knocked the fuck out. So here it's a lot shorter, it's a lot tighter movements. They fight more like brawlers here in America, like the K1 Muay Thai guys. It's almost like a merge between the Thai sport and American kickboxing. Because I don't know if you recall in the 80s, American kickboxing was pretty popular, and the guys were coming over from Thailand, and they had the first fight between one of the best in America and one of the best in Thailand. And at first he was getting tuned up, but then the Thai fighter just started chopping him in the calves. And the American kickboxer didn't have an answer for it. He didn't know what to do. So by the end of the fight, he couldn't stand, and he lost the fight. He didn't get knocked out. He could literally not stand. So after that, he said, I got to learn this shit. And he incorporated Thai into kickboxing, and I think it just sort of became that. So it's like a merger of two styles. So in America, it's a little more aggressive, and in Thailand, it's a little more beautiful. It's way more interesting to watch. Like, you see Sanchai do his cartwheel kick. You probably wouldn't see that here in America. Taekwondo is awesome. I did Taekwondo as a kid, but that was points fighting. No, I'll open the front door. I got the front door open, sweetie. Well, my wife just got home, so I think I'm going to get offline. I'm sorry. It's already It's 11 o'clock. I love talking to you guys. I didn't really get much training done, but here's the thing. Tomorrow, at some point, I'm going to squat 600 pounds for reps. So we'll get to see where I'm at with powerlifting. But she went out drinking with her friends, so she's a little tipsy. It's good. I'm glad she got out. She's been stuck in the house because she just had surgery. But I can tell right now, she sounds like she might be a little ornery. So I'm going to call it a night, guys. All right. All right, guys. I got to go. I love y'all. I'll be on at some point tomorrow. Damn, I wanted to try some stuff, but I talk too much. All right, I'll see you guys on the battlefield, all right? I love y'all.